Most people that have played Destiny, anyone that knows somebody that played Destiny, or kept up with any sort of gaming news, know very well how often Bungie has played Russian roulette with the community. While they have never been immune to controversy, it seems like they just can't escape it nowadays. Between the FOMO of the initial seasons, the summarized theft that was sunsetting, reducing entire paid DLCs to exotic weapon packs, the multiple art theft scandals between the nerfed Ace of Spades copy job and the marathon art designs ripped straight from an artist so bad they were caught literally red-handed, it's almost as if the longer in the tooth Bungie gets with Destiny, the worse they are at making decisions for the future. Recently, Bungie seems to have been drowning in negative feedback, even breaking out the "this is fine" emote again to match how Bungie must be feeling nowadays. The episode's release schedule being constantly changed after poor feedback with each episode, the iconic location of Oryx's Dreadnought being a shell of its former self and reduced to temporary seasonal content and phased out in just a few months, Ride of the Nine being set on fire over its release schedule, causing Bungie to immediately backpedal and attempt to apologize by throwing booster after booster at the community, Edge of Fate getting a new power system that forces people to not only grind hard but also grind harder than ever after resetting power levels each season, killing what little casual community Destiny had left. Now the Portal, it already had a problem considering it was essentially just rebranded legacy content, making the air quotes new power grind nothing more than the same content we've already been running, but this was the problem in its creation. Then we get to the backlash coming off of This Week in Destiny for August 21st, 2025. After constant back and forth regarding the Portal and the best ways to farm the best gear, they tried to make the grind even worse after much of the community already labeled the current grind the worst grind in Destiny history. In terms of modifiers, Bungie is adding even more modifiers for loadout restrictions, even creating a new modifier called Touche, that is a combined loadout lock plus being forced to use specifically new and featured gear. So if you were planning on bringing anything off the featured list, no go for this one. Then entire loadout restrictions forcing a certain loadout like it was the classic Prestige raid. In this case, they showcased the explosive, medieval, and Old West loadouts in name, but we can only infer what actually comes with them, creating a tough spot for dealing with specific champions, supposedly offset by giving bonus score as a reward. That's not even the crazy part, because Bungie nerfed the rewards from the quicker Pinnacle Ops missions. Encore is getting reduced engram drops from the midpoint and ending rewards, Star-Crossed is the same, only getting 1 engram at the midpoint and the ending, and Whisper is losing its midpoint rewards entirely. In tandem, some of the longer missions in Fireteam Ops got increased rewards to compensate, meaning that when people learn how to speedrun and break these missions for farming, Bungie will turn back around and nerf the rewards again, if this pattern of the good farms being nerfed is going to continue. Then we get to one of the smoking guns of the day. Solo Ops has proven to be the most effective way to grind the upper echelons of power. It's quick, it's easy, it's consistent, which of course means Bungie had to kill it. So when playing Solo Ops compared to Fireteam, Pinnacle, and Crucible Ops, you will earn less power in your rewards. Every other activity is the same, but you are handicapped just because you are playing Solo Ops. This was such a boneheaded move, it's almost hard to comprehend. Because with more and more people leaving Destiny, it's more and more likely people are playing alone. Meaning if you were a solo player and stuck playing nothing but Solo Ops, you're rewarded less because Bungie didn't like people grinding out top tier gear in a playlist not meant for it, even though Bungie made it that way. So on top of a change that's so far hated by the community, there's Bungie trying to resell a raid that was released some time ago as brand new. The quote-unquote epic version of Desert Perpetual will be releasing 2 months after the original raid release, supposedly with reworked mechanics worth calling it a whole new raid, because Bungie is offering another contest mode weekend complete with a second raid race, this time hopefully with a light handicap that matches what Bungie advertises. Though Bungie made it so loadout swapping is effectively disabled this time around. Changing your armor or weapon ammo types will deplete all of your super, abilities, special, and heavy ammo, and as a double tap hit any ammo or orbs on the ground. So even if you're changing a weapon outside of damage phases casually just because you wanted to use a different weapon, you suffer for it. Remember how necessary loadout swapping was for the last contest run? The modifier will supposedly be active for all contest mode attempts and after enabling 3 or more feats in the standard version post-contest, so the epic version will have this anti-loadout swap modifier even after contest mode fades away. Just to count for what happened today, Bungie made changes to the portal so the grind becomes harder because Bungie didn't like people running a consistent grind. Then Bungie tried to resell a raid we've already gotten as brand new with a second raid race complete with a new anti-loadout swap feature. Then there's the Bungie leadership change. Pete Parsons, the car auction magnate CEO of Bungie, has stepped down from his position as studio head. Succeeding him is Justin Truman, the current general manager of Bungie that was responsible for the now infamous quote of "no over-delivering because it creates bad standards." Also at that one GDC conference, that was also Justin Truman. Either way, just looking at the feedback, the Destiny community will not miss Pete Parsons. His career at Bungie has had a black stain ever since the memes about his car collection started making the rounds. But regardless of his prior experience developing Destiny, no one is looking forward to Justin Truman being in control either. As much as he deserves a chance to get Destiny out of the grave it's approaching, there's plenty that would rather see a complete rework of Bungie leadership, and plenty that would want anyone else but Truman at the helm. Now this isn't to say there hasn't been good changes on this day. Pete Parsons is of course gone, and that is good. Raid tier getting base tier upgrades is good. Improved timers in various portal activities, good. More additions to the portal including some sunset activities, even better. Being able to earn season pass rewards from past seasons is awesome because now people don't have to worry about the stuff they might miss out just in case. It's not all bad changes, I admit, but the ratio between good and bad changes recently still not looking great. For a time there was nothing but good buffs in the sandbox and good changes for rewards and reps in the future. Then it took a turn downward to where there was always bad news drowning out any of the good. Now unfortunately there's still not much we can do except continue to voice our displeasure and sit and wait to see if it's actually understood. Bungie can listen all they want, but listening is nothing without understanding. Here's hoping sometime soon the community actually feels listened to. Though it honestly seems like Bungie only listens to the broad community when the entire community is in agreement about how bad they hate something. Like Bride of the Nine. The entire community hated the schedule and it was changed to a different schedule the same day Bungie clarified the original schedule for it. Overwhelming backlash is the only way to get a quick change. Otherwise, it's just waiting for Bungie to eventually fix something, if it's even in their plans. Regardless of what becomes of this discourse, if you're looking for more common sense in Destiny, be sure to subscribe and check out some of my other videos. I've got some more in the works coming out sometime soon, but I do have some family visiting, so it may not be tomorrow, but it will be relatively soon. Either way, if you're looking to support my channel any further, a like always helps out, and the comments are always open for discussion. Talking with folks in the comments has been one of my favorite things about my YouTube channel, and I will always do my best to reply and acknowledge every comment I see. On that note, my name is the Mad Scorpion, and I will see you in the next video.